A question that hypes up a lot of people is Latte or Latte Macchiato, the difference between them and the way they are made. The main difference that lies between these two drinks is the time range. That is, in the so-called third wave coffee shops, we can get a latte made same way as a cappuccino, but for the amount of milk in it. So we have this type of a cup, a standard one for cappuccino, but a bit bigger. Further on, a lot of difference from latte macchiato just per the latter one being made out by layers. These are an espresso shot, some froth, and the milk itself. Such drink is usually added onto the products range in some of the third wave coffee shops because people already got used to get latte in such a cup or say in such a glass, mainly split on layers. There is also a tiny difference in actual portions for both the drinks. Latte macchiato cannot be more than 250 milliliters, as such glass goes even for 220 as a standard one, while classic latte can be up to 350 milliliters, and the most peculiar thing is to do a double layer of espresso so that you could taste the coffee itself and so that it doesn't get eroded with milk. In the classic latte that we'll be making today, the main thing is to have a double layer of espresso so that we get a correct proportion of coffee and actual milk. So let's go for the practical step and start making the drink. We start with making a double shot of espresso to prepare a standard latte drink that's served in such a cup. We warm up the coffee pad this way. Then we temper it. Now we do a stream through to get the temperature down and any coffee remainders out. Place in the holder and put in our cup we'll be making our coffee in. And wait for it to get ready. The double espresso is ready, now we'll froth with some milk. Now we get to the second stage in order to froth the milk for making our latte. We do a bit of blowout for our steamer. And then froth our milk. We do the blowout out again to have no milk remainders in the steamer. We stir the milk slightly to get an even structure so that the froth itself couldn't come a part of the milk, and then pour it in our latte. In preparation, latte macchiato differs from latte in such a way that we first froth the milk, pour it in a glass, and only after that we pour the espresso shot. Now let me show you how it is done. First we'll make our espresso. We'll do it in our cream pitcher, like this one. And after that we'll froth the milk. And so let's make our espresso shot. We temper it. Then we do the stream through to get rid of coffee remainders. Place in the holder, put our pitcher in, and start preparing our espresso. Okay, so we have our shot ready, and now we'll froth the milk. Blow the steamer through, place in the pitcher, and emulsify the milk. Warm it up to 60 degrees and turn it off. Wipe off the cappuccinator and do the steam clean to get rid of some milk remainders. And the next step is to pour the milk into the glass. that are carefully poured onto the glass side. We should leave some space to pour our shot down. Right now, we give it some time for the froth to come apart, and only then pour our espresso shot in. We should pour it in the center with a little squirt. Now we can see how espresso got mixed with the milk, and within some minutes it'll get apart and there will be like a bandlet. It'll exfoliate from the milk structure and the froth structure as well. Now let's talk about the density of the drink, that is of latte and latte macchiato. The density of the standard latte made in third wave coffee houses is rather homogeneous, and as for the type, it's rather the same as cappuccino but for the milk portion. Latte macchiato differs from the standard latte with having the layers. You can clearly see the froth, the espresso itself, and right at the bottom you can already see the milk as a foundation layer. That is why it's better to stir it with a straw before you drink it. The next difference between these drinks is the way they are to be served. For the standard latte, we have a saucer, a spoon and some sugar, of course. We put it on the saucer, put the sugar stick nearby, and now we are ready to have it served. To get the latte macchiato served, we also have a saucer, but it's more like a plate, it's wider, and we put some sugar and some serviettes. Here we have a cocktail spoon. Compared with the usual teaspoon, it has a longer shank. And very important here is to put a straw so that you could stir the drink and have all the layers mixed. So here we put the drink. And the peculiar thing is that we put the straw through the holder of the glass that is specifically used for the latte macchiato. Like, we drag the straw through this way, and then get it fixed with a spoon. So in this way, we got both these drinks served. As you can see, the actual serving is also a bit different. Nowadays, some of the third wave coffee houses do not have latte macchiato in their menu, as it's a bit of a mauvais ton today. But there are some other coffee houses that, besides having latte macchiato, as they wouldn't like to lose those clients who got used to order a 3-layer drink, they also have a standard latte, a bigger one because it has more milk in it compared to cappuccino. My thought is that we shouldn't refuse from having the latte macchiato in our menu, as there are a lot of people who got used to order it. As you can see, they both give positive emotions. When you look at the way they're served, the straw in the glass, that's a bit like feminized. So if you do wish to keep up with the fashion but still save those clients who really got used to latte macchiato, I'd advise to have both the drinks in your menu.